are the exact steps that hotels can take to be more size inclusive and accessible for travelers of all sizes.
Many friends want to lose weight but can't, so I invented this weight loss aid. The design is very human. We just need to lock it on our friends and throw away the key. When we think our friend has eaten enough, we press the remote control. Then let our friend find a comfortable place to lie down. After a month it will automatically open, so our friend can lose all the fat. Very easy to use.
Hey everybody, it's Tony with Big T Bariatric and I'm back at you with another video. And today I'm going to cover fat people who have a difficult time trying to fly. But before we do that, if you could do me a huge favor, look down below and see if you're subscribed to my channel. If you're not, hit that button, hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what you think about this video. Now, fat people have a difficult time doing a lot of things. When I was at my heaviest, I could barely walk a few feet, much less fit in an airplane to go travel somewhere. And we've seen the difficulties Tammy has had trying to fit into a vehicle herself.
Tammy!
But instead of trying to change their situation for the better and actually get healthy and lose enough weight to travel, fat people get on TikTok and complain about the fat-phobic airlines who make seats too small for them and try to demand change, like making seats bigger, making bathrooms bigger, or demanding a free extra seat. But whatever the complaint, we're going to get into it right now.
I'm plus sizing on a plane. Of course I can't fit the tray table now. I'm plus sizing on a plane. Of course I'm going to sit beside the smallest member of my family. I'm plus sizing on a plane. Of course the armrest is digging. I'm plus sizing on a plane. Of course I have to shimmy down the aisle sideways. I'm plus sizing on a plane. Of course I need a seatbelt extender.
You're plus sized, of course you're going to film stunts in an airplane and not care about how everybody else around you is uncomfortable while trying to make yourself out to be some kind of a victim here. Can you imagine what the other people are thinking watching this stunt unfold before their eyes? I mean, do you have somebody standing up in the aisleway and filming her as she tries to put the tray down or when she's shimmying along in the aisle? I mean, it's just ridiculous, the point that she's trying to make here. Like, we get it. It's uncomfortable for you to fly. We know that. It's uncomfortable for skinnier people to fly. What are you hoping is the result of this video that you're making here? That the airline will take pity on you and make the seats bigger? But nowhere in that video did you take responsibility for yourself, for your own behavior, for your own actions, getting that big to begin with. If you were smaller, yes, you could get the tray down. If you were smaller, you wouldn't have a difficult time getting through the aisleway. I mean, seriously. At what point are you going to say, you know what, maybe I should lose some weight. Maybe this is a wake-up call that airplanes were not meant for somebody my size.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we check to see if there's a customer size policy before booking.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we're expected to pay more just to travel comfortably.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we think about if we need a second seat before we book a flight.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we ask for the seatbelt extender as soon as we board the flight.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we get dirty looks anytime we're traveling.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course society doesn't believe we deserve to travel.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we can't use the tray table on a plane.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we have to look through tons of pictures just to see if a place is plus-size friendly.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we have to walk sideways down the plane aisle to make sure we don't hit you with our ass.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we can't use the airplane lavatory comfortably.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we have to do hours of research just to go somewhere.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we use apps like Seat Guru to navigate travel in a bigger body.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we check the weight limits on like almost everything.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we have to worry about weight-based discrimination.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we bring compression socks on all of our trips.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we can't find our sizes in souvenir shops.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we get an extra pat down at security.
No, officer, I promise that's not a gun under my layers of fat. I'm just happy to see you. What another ridiculous video laying out all the reasons why you probably shouldn't be flying. You should probably book a vacation closer to home because it's much easier to travel. You even listed how dangerous it is for fat people to travel because you even listed that you need to wear compression socks to prevent blood clots. That's a real issue that fat people have when they travel for long distances. Why do you think Dr. Now insisted that fat people needed to take an ambulance down to Houston for their consultation? Because it's difficult, it's very hard, and it's even life-threatening for fat people to travel for long periods of time. you are more susceptible to all kinds of issues. And that doesn't even touch how uncomfortable it is for everybody else around you. But of course, you don't care about that. You don't care about the comfort of everybody else. No, you want to make yourself more comfortable at the risk of everybody else. See, this is how selfish these fat people are. It's all about them. It's all about their comfort. It's all about changing society to fit their whims.
Things I will never do again as a plus-size traveler. Being scared to ask for a seatbelt extender and sacrificing my comfort. Book a middle seat on a plane. They are the worst for plus-size travelers. Try to make myself as small as possible even though I'm a paying customer. Sit in a seat where the armrests don't raise and leave with bruises from the seat. Step myself into the tiny airplane bathrooms. Laughing off the comments that are actually rude about being a plus-size traveler, not bringing my own towel, and only being able to cover a third of my body, relying on being able to buy plus-size clothing once I get there. Flying with airlines I know are not plus-size friendly. Waiting to take a trip until I lose weight.
Of course, you say, yeah, I'm a paying customer, but you only pay for your one seat. So unless you pay for 2 seats, you're enveloping the next seat. You're not paying for that next seat. Somebody else paid for that seat. So you don't deserve to take up their spot that they paid for. How selfish can you be? And of course, this attitude, well, I don't need to lose weight before going on vacation. Well, maybe you should consider that maybe your vacation would be a lot better if you did lose weight. Maybe you could do a lot more. Maybe you can be more comfortable. Maybe you can make everybody else comfortable around you. Then you wouldn't get the rude comments. Like, losing weight would make your vacation time so much better, but you don't seem to realize that. Because you're blaming everybody else but yourself, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
Last week I was on a flight back from New Jersey and I had a not so perfect seatbelt extender situation that I wanted to share with you. My name's Alyssa and I'm your Orthodox Jewish plus size friend. I always ask for a seatbelt extender as I'm getting on the airplane. They clearly didn't have any in the front, so the woman told me that she would bring it to my seat, which I'm totally fine with, as long as it actually gets brought to my seat. Here I am sitting, it's a completely full flight, the boarding door had been closed, people were shuffling around. I had tried to make eye contact a few times. Here I am mentally deciding what I'm going to do as my next course of action. I keep looking because it really looks like they're closing up shop, getting ready to leave, the pilot is talking, and I still don't have a seatbelt extender. I was finally able to catch a flight attendant on her way down the aisle, and I just spoke up for myself and asked again.
Excuse me, is it possible to get that seatbelt extender?
I'm trying to get it right now.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks.
I can see that she was busy, it was a full flight, but I really did need that to be able to buckle. And even I, someone who is so confident in asking for a seatbelt extender, felt a little anxious at the thought that I didn't know how I was going to buckle. I know that there are so many people out there who struggle to ask for a seatbelt extender, and it should be given right away. Some people might not have the confidence that I do to ask a second time. I'd love to see a basket of them so you could just grab when you board. Everybody of every size deserves to fly comfortably without feeling like a burden. On to the next.
This is just an example of how selfish these fat people are. I mean, she knows that they're trying to do their pre-board flight stuff, that there's a bunch of other people getting on the airplane. There's a lot of other stuff they have to prepare for before the flight takes off, and you still have quite a bit of time. Every time I've been on a plane, they didn't just take off right away. It takes some time. They have to secure a runway, like all that stuff has to happen. So there's nothing wrong with asking a second time, hey, can I get a seatbelt extender? For you to make this video and just demand that you get your way right away, that they should be provided for you immediately, I mean, that's just absolutely ridiculous. You're a grown woman acting like a child, demanding that you get your binky.
Oh, survivor's picking on me.
There's nothing wrong with asking for a seatbelt extender if you need one, but there's also nothing wrong with asking for a second time if she forgot or if she's busy and you see she's busy attending to other things, trying to get things ready. There could be as many as 100 other people on that flight, and maybe she got 50 different requests. Hey, can you do this for me? Can you get me some water? Can we do this? Can we do that? But she has no understanding whatsoever of the concept of other people. She doesn't care that she takes up as much space as possible. She doesn't care that somebody's trying to work. It's all about her and serving her needs right away. And I bet she probably asked for her flight meal right away too. I also saw this comment on her TikTok from somebody saying, you're such a victim, oh no, this should be a wake-up sign for you, babe. I mean, absolutely true. This should be a wake-up call for anybody in this situation. The fact that you need a seatbelt extender to begin with should be a wake-up call for you to say, you know what, flying isn't very comfortable for me. I even have a hard time asking for a seatbelt extender, much less asking for it a second time. I'm filling up the seat next to me. Yeah, all this travel is very, very difficult on a fat person. But no, what's more important to them is being a plus-sized ally or a plus-sized friend or whatever she said at the beginning. I mean, it's absolutely stupid that these people act this way. They're acting childish, and they don't see the consequences of their own actions. No, it's everybody else's fault.
This is all my fault!
No, Linda, please. This is not your fault.
You're right. It's not my fault. It's your fault!
So part of the problem here is a lot of people of this younger generation just have this attitude that it's up to the world to give them whatever they want. That if they just complain about it on TikTok, then they should just have it handed to them on a silver platter. They act like spoiled rotten kids, and if they don't get what they want, they're gonna throw a fit.
We'll be right back with more Laverne and Shirley.
But I want it now!
Yes, being fat is a difficult thing, not just for flying, not just for traveling, but it's actually difficult to do anything. And the fatter they get, the more difficult the consequences are going to be that follow them. So hopefully they have their wake-up moment sooner rather than later, because the world is not going to cater to them. It's just not. That's the way it is. Here's the thing, the world's going to get more complicated the bigger that you get. And you're not going to be able to cry and scream and demand your way. The only thing that's going to help that is to lose weight. I learned that the hard way. I waited way too long expecting things to be served to me, when in reality, I had to get up, I had to lose the weight, and then now that I've lost a bunch of weight, I feel much more comfortable. I can do things a lot easier, and my life is a whole lot better. Like, I understand the need to want to travel and go on vacation. I really want to go to Ireland one day. Hopefully very, very soon I'll be able to do that. But I know travel at my size is going to be very, very difficult. Walking through the airport, getting into a seat, like all these things are going to be very difficult for me. So yeah, I am waiting to lose weight. And that is part of what's driving me to lose weight, is because I know it makes my life easier. I know I'm going to be healthier. I know I'm going to be happier in the long run. All these people are doing are heaping more and more misery upon themselves, and they're still too dumb to realize it. Anyways, that's my video for today, guys. I hope you like it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Leave a like and subscribe if you've not done so. I greatly appreciate it. I love you guys. See you at the next one. God bless you.